What's up, guys? Welcome back to Snowman's Garage. We're going to be doing some stuff on the car today. What do you think, Buford? Is it going to fit? You don't know.
Still figuring it out. Still being done. Still being done. Oh, maybe see something right here. Maybe it's
We got our new flywheel here from PRW Power Sportsman Series SFI rated flex plates. She lines up.
there.
Ooh, baby. All right, so first things first here, I got a new manual steering box here from Detroit Axle. Glad it made it here. Glad the truck driver didn't get gunned down coming out of old Detroit there, if you know what I mean. But this is what it looks like here. So I'm gonna go first by taking this pitman arm off, take this big nut off, and then take my steering shaft off, and then I'll pop this little hunk of junk off, and yeah, we'll get after it. Do you want to like get busy? So I had to get a crescent wrench because I don't have a socket that big on a big old pipe to get this nut off, but I got it loose now. Now you put your puller in there like so, tighten her up till it's touching, and then grab an impact and hammer on that thing. All right, so with my puller, I pop that out now. Now it's time to slide my steering shaft off. It's just this one bolt and it should slide out of there. All right, so I popped that steering shaft out. Can't quite get it out all the way. I'm just gonna take my old manual steering pump off. And it's just these 3 bolts, they're 5/8 here. I'm just gonna take all 3 of those off, pop it out, then just pull it straight out. And then do the same when I put that other one in. So I got my box on here now, put my 3 bolts back in. Got my steering arm hooked back up, that's in there all the way. Now I'm working on getting this pitman arm back on there. It's on there about halfway. I've been smacking it with a hammer a little bit, but I got a few threads on there now, so I should be able to tighten that up and it should suck that back up on there. All right, so got that in there. That's all ready to roll. Turns super easy, by the way. That was a lot easier than I thought it was. That really was not that hard. I got a little bit of gear showing there. I think that's about the same as what it was on the last one. There's gonna be a little bit showing, but I got it as tight as I possibly could and didn't want to break anything. So got that in the car. Now I'm just gonna take my old flywheel off and put my new one on, and that'll be about it for this episode. So when it comes to taking these old flywheel bolts out, I just got a vice grip on my flywheel there, and it's hitting against that dowel pin there, so that's how you can loose them up. Just taking a breaker bar and cracking them loose. So I ran out of Loctite here for my flywheel bolts, so I'm gonna get some more tomorrow. And I gotta pick up some bell housing bolts in town, so this episode is to be continued. Tomorrow, we might get, or one of these days this week, get that flywheel on, get this tranny hooked up. I just gotta get right bell housing bolts, put it on the engine, and I think it's time to set it in there. That'd be real cool if it did, so. Yeah, that's what we got going on. So I got another tube of Loctite here. Time to put these flywheel bolts on. All right, so now it's time to torque these down with your torque wrench. First pass, you go to 15 foot-pounds, not PSI. Then your second time around, you go to 37 foot-pounds. And then the final pass around, you go to 74 foot-pounds. So we put on the bell housing bolts here, but the head is too big. So I found a couple bolts like this, which I think are actual bell housing bolts that I just had laying around. So I'm gonna get rid of these ones with big heads. I can hardly get those tight, but found a couple actual ones here, so getting it put on. Well, Buford's putting on his belt on his car over here. Should probably help him instead of recording. So we ran into a little problem here. As you can see, my headers are hitting on each side here. I got this one motor mount bolt like halfway in, but my headers are hitting on my frame rails here, so I'm gonna have to take these headers off and get some long tubes. I was thinking, you know, I got the front clip off. It should fit in there perfectly, but nope. So I gotta take these headers off. I'm already working on this side. At least they're pretty easy. They're all not too hard to get to, but I gotta take my dipstick off here and then pull pull those off, and then it should be able to pop down, and then I'll get some long tubes that I can slide down in there. Let's go, baby. The engine is in the car. I had to take both my headers off. I couldn't quite get this one out yet. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. I'm gonna maybe wait till I get up on the hoist and then take that out. Gotta order some long tubes, but yeah, it's in. Feels good to get that engine and trans in here now. That's a big step on this, but that'll be all for this episode. Next episode, I'll probably get her up on the hoist and start thinking around with my fuel system. But thanks for watching this episode of Snowman's Garage. See you next time.